This is a story of a Tanzanian student named Erasto B. Mpemba. He happened to make an incredible discovery by misusing a refrigerator. His experience sparked a scientific mystery that has not been solved yet. The phenomenon Mpemba found is now known as the Mpemba effect. It is the very counterintuitive idea that, under certain circumstances, very hot or even boiling liquid can freeze faster than cold liquid. Mpemba made his accidental discovery in Tanzania in 1963, when he was only 13 years old and in secondary school. A common activity among the boys of his age was making ice cream. They would boil milk and mix it with sugar, and then put the combination in the freezer section of the refrigerator. The combination had to cool to room temperature first, because putting boiling mixtures in the refrigerator could damage it. Limited space in the freezer, however, led to a race among students. One day, Mpemba started boiling milk. Another boy, who wanted to make ice cream, ran to the refrigerator when he saw Mpemba boiling up milk. He quickly mixed his milk with sugar and poured it into the ice tray without boiling it. Mpemba knew that if he waited for the boiled milk to cool before placing it in the refrigerator, he would lose the last ice tray. So he decided to risk ruining the refrigerator by putting hot milk into it. The other boy and Mpemba went back an hour and a half later and found that Mpemba's tray had frozen into ice cream, while the other boy's was still only a thick liquid. He asked his physics teacher why it had happened like that. The answer he received was, "You were confused. That cannot happen." When Mpemba reached high school, he decided to ask his teacher the same question again. However, the teacher's response was the same. "The answer I can give is that you were confused." Mpemba did not give up and decided to try the experiment in a biology lab. One afternoon, he filled 2 beakers, one with boiling water and the second with tap water, and put them in the freezer of the lab's refrigerator. After an hour, he found there was more ice in the one that had had boiling water. One day, a college professor named Dennis Osborne came to lecture on physics, giving Mpemba an opportunity to talk to an expert on the subject. He repeated his question, but this time he got a quite different reaction. The professor first smiled and asked, "Is it true? Have you done it?" After Mpemba answered yes, the professor said, "I do not know, but I promise to try this experiment when I am back at my college." Professor Osborne kept his word and carried out the experiment himself. He found that for temperatures up to 20 degrees Celsius, the time was roughly proportional to the temperature above freezing, up to a maximum of 100 minutes at 20 degrees Celsius. For higher temperatures, however, the time dropped dramatically, down to 40 minutes for water at 80 degrees Celsius. Later experiments on the effect have not been clear. Some have seen similar results, while others have observed no effect at all. It seems that the Mpemba effect depends on the specific experimental circumstances. Because of this, some physicists have been skeptical about whether the effect truly exists. The skepticism may be attributed to assuming that a liquid is characterized by only one scale, its temperature. However, there are other characteristics of liquid that could be changed due to its heating, the amount of gas, the presence of other solutes, the presence of convection currents, and differences in the rate of temperature change between different parts in the container. It is important to realize that a liquid at various temperatures may be characterized by a number of different properties. Mpemba's discovery is a wonderful illustration of many important lessons in science: the significance of experiment over theory, the danger of clinging to preconceived notions, and the difficulty of making judgments on seemingly simple physics problems. It also shows the importance of perseverance in the face of unreasoned denial.